warm welcome to TBC News. Our top stories. Journalists urged to be patriotic. UAE awards President Samya. Good evening, I am Faida Ngaga. You can also follow us live via our YouTube channel, TBC Online. Also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook and X pages at TBC Online. So, President Samya Hassan has just appointed and transferred several leaders, according to a statement issued by Chief Secretary Ambassador Moses Kusiluka. 3 district commissioners have been transferred, 1 district commissioner appointed, and 1 district administrative secretary appointed. President Samya has also appointed Lazaro Twange to be managing director of the Tanzania Electric Supply Company, TANESCO. Andrew Masawe has been appointed to be chairman of the Sokoine University of Agriculture SUA Council. In other news, President Samya Hassan urges journalists and media houses to use the current press freedom to inform the public while remaining patriotic as they carry out their duties. She made the remarks in Dar es Salaam during the Samya Kalam Awards ceremony held to recognize outstanding work by Tanzanian journalists and public information officers whose reporting in various sectors highlight development, accountability, and patriotism. President Samya also encourages journalists to embrace data journalism and to use the Kiswahili language effectively in presenting the government's development initiatives across the country. TBC One and TBC Taifa received awards from President Samya Hassan as the best television and radio stations due to their outstanding media content. Among recognized journalists include Agnes Mbapu, an editor from the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation, who received a special award for her exceptional reporting on President Samya's 4-year achievements in the land sector. The launch of the Samya Kalam Awards marks a significant milestone in the evolution of journalism in Tanzania. Initiated by the Tanzania Communications Regulatory Authority, TCRA, in collaboration with the Tanzania Media Women's Association, TAMWA, these awards are designed to ignite a stronger focus on development-oriented journalism. Here's a report by Amini Mgeni, read to you by Kanki Mwagomole.
By bearing the name of President Samya Hassan, the awards carry not only a prestigious identity, but also signals high level of government support and recognition of the critical role of the media in national development. What sets these awards apart is the scale and magnitude of investment involved, with cash prizes starting from 5 million Tanzanian shillings and additional rewards valued at over 50 million Tanzanian shillings. The Samya Kalam Awards have raised the bar for journalism recognition in Tanzania. Beyond the glamour and financial incentives, the awards carry a deeper, more strategic purpose to reshape the focus of Tanzanian journalism. For years, development stories often took a backseat to political drama and sensationalism. These awards have repositioned development journalism as not just relevant, but as essential to national discourse. The Samya Kalam Awards have also served as a powerful morale booster for the journalism community. They validate the hard work and sacrifice of media professionals who often work in challenging environments with limited resources. These awards are reshaping the public's perception of journalism. By aligning media excellence with national development, they reinforce the role of journalists as partners in progress, not just watchdogs, but nation builders. The Samya Kalam Awards represent a revolutionary shift in Tanzania's media landscape. They have brought renewed energy, recognition, and direction to the profession, aligning it more closely with national development goals. This initiative not only honors journalists, but also strengthens the entire ecosystem of democratic communication, accountability, and progress. Tanzania is witnessing the rebirth of purposeful journalism, and these awards are at the heart of that transformation.
President Samya Suluhu Hassan has been awarded Mother of the Nation Order Medal from President of United Arab Emirates UAE, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of UAE, Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, presented the medal to President Samya in Dar es Salaam. The medal, which is among the top medals in UAE, is given in recognition of a leader's contribution in bringing sustainable development to the society. The government of UAE has recognized contribution of President Samya Suluhu Hassan in bringing sustainable development to Tanzanians, empowering women and international relations. Let's have a look at other stories now. Tanzania is poised to strengthen its footprint in education, technology, and international diplomacy as it prepares to host the prestigious 18th International ELearning Africa Conference. The landmark event is expected to convene over 1,500 participants from more than 50 countries, including education ministers, digital innovators, tech experts, and investors and development partners. Delegates will engage in high-level discussions on how to effectively harness digital technology to transform education and drive socio-economic development. Kanki Mwagomole has had an exclusive interview with regards to the conference with Professor Daniel Mushi, the Deputy Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Science, Technology and Higher Education. Let's take a look.
Yes, why Tanzania? It's because Tanzania is the right country to host the conference this year. And as I said, this conference did not come out of blue, but it is a result of effort that have been put forward by our President, Her Excellency Dr. Samya Suluhu Hassan, in terms of economic diplomacy that she's actually pursuing. And she has actually been very successful in convincing the whole world that Tanzania is the safe place to go to. It's the right place to receive investors. It's the right place to hold this kind of conferences because it's the safest place you can be. And we are happy that we are hosting this year because that this conference comes with a lot of benefits. And we are all looking forward to receiving all the guests because we are expecting about 1,500 guests from all over African countries and beyond. And this number of delegates that we are expecting to receive will also come with some fortunes that we are expecting to tap on. And as you might probably know, that in this particular conference, we will have an opportunity to discuss with our African brothers and sisters on how to embrace digital technology in education sector and other sectors. And that's the way the world is moving towards. And we are prepared to tap the opportunities associated with such a conference. We have prepared our young professionals, young innovators that are ready to meet with potential sponsors, potential investors, so that the innovation that they have actually managed to come up with could be, upgraded to the next level where they can be commercialized and become our professionals, our scientists, young and to develop joint program that will actually lead to, robust research, innovation. So much so that in the end, Tanzania does not become only a consumer of digital technology, but it should also contribute to innovation of digital technology.
Professor, this being the second time that Tanzania will be hosting this conference, what should we expect from what will be the outcomes of this conference?
Yes, we are expecting a number of benefits, as I've probably mentioned earlier on, that we expect business opportunities to be developed further. We expect our innovators, our researchers to team up with other researchers so that they can formulate joint programs that will lead to innovation, that will lead to business products. And as I said, this particular conference, we are expecting a delegate in the tune of 1,500. And it means a lot in terms of tourism. These people will spend time in hotels, will visit touristic destinations, and in other words, they will spend and will benefit from their spending in some ways. But more importantly, we will learn from each other. Some countries are quite ahead in terms of how they make use of digital technology in various sectors, not only in education, but also in health sector. For example, nowadays, there's what they call telemedicine. You have expert sitting in New York, working with expert in Tanzania, consulting each other, and they are doing, operation, right? So these kind of technologies have to be harnessed in a way that they are properly utilized. They can't make the best use of it, but we should also develop ways of avoiding misuse of such technologies. And in the end, we expect to have our capacity in utilization or use of digital technology built even further or strengthened. We foresee a situation whereby our researchers, our youth will have an opportunity to visit other African institutions that have made significant strides in terms of digital technology, where they can go and learn new technologies so that when they come home, they will have their capacity more improved and they will contribute more to how the country will be able to make use of such technologies. So we expect more on capacity building, business opportunities, joint ventures, whereby our staff, our people could join hands with other delegates that are going to be in the conference to develop new opportunities where they can work together.
Professor, you mentioned that we are expected to get at least 1,000 guests. Yep. Kindly share the country's preparedness.
We have raised awareness to professionals to take part in the meeting, whereby they can then meet with their counterpart and to start discussing on potential joint programs from which they can then develop further. We have prepared our young innovators and young innovation companies that will come and again have discussion with potential sponsors and potential investors. That then, in that way, we could have capital that they will need to develop their technology further and become a commercial product. We are expecting to, as I said earlier on, to benefit from tourism, right? And we are expecting to learn in areas where we have not made significant stride. In our case, we are expecting to bridge that knowledge gap by interacting with delegates that are coming to the conference. And in that way, we will have our capacity built and improved compared to where we are now. And of course, we are telling the world, here we are, as your Tanzania, we can work with you in whatever endeavor that we wish to work on to make our African continent a better living place.
As Tanzania prepares for its general election this October, the High Commissioner of South Africa to Tanzania has expressed hope for a peaceful and successful electoral process. Speaking to journalists in Dar es Salaam, Her Excellency Mayende Malepe commended Tanzania's leadership for the strides made in promoting stability, good governance, and a business-friendly environment. She highlights development across various sectors and encouraged continued collaboration between the two countries, especially in trade and investment.
To say is to wish the country well as it prepares for the coming general elections. We can never preempt elections one way or the other. We all know that CCM is the governing party and the leading party, and there are also other voices, but we wish the country well, that you will be able to hold peaceful elections that will elect the leaders that would have been chosen by the people. Tanzania is also older in terms of democracy than us. We learn a lot from them, but we also know, we have noticed that generally there's progress in the country in terms of development, in terms of the economy, and we have seen very good things done by different leaders of the country, including the current president, who has also started with some reforms that are good for business and investments, and that Tanzania generally has a good environment for business. I think everybody appreciates that, and they welcome all role players from all countries, including South Africa. So we are happy to be here, and we look forward to witnessing the elections that are coming, and also to continue engaging with the government of the day in terms of our bilateral relations as the two countries.
Now let's take a look at the tourism sector, whereby in the deep south of Tanzania, where the Rufiji River winds through untamed wilderness, lies one of Africa's greatest secrets, the Nyerere National Park, home to an estimated 1,700 to 6,900 lions. Let's get a look. As the sun stretches over the wild heart of southern Tanzania, a new day begins. Here, where nature still breathes freely, a lion family stirs. This is Nyerere National Park, vast, untamed, and ruled by silent strength. Here the lion is not just predator, it is presence. This is a pride, more than just a group of lions. It is a family. A circle of trust, of roles and rhythms, bound by instinct and love. They do not rush. Lions know the luxury of time. In Nyerere's vast embrace, they leave without hurry. In this moment, there is no roar, no chase, no kill. Only the sound of wind through grass and the quiet power of family. This is life among lions, raw, real, and full of grace. The lionesses are the architects of survival, coordinated and patient, every movement calculated. In Nyerere, hunting isn't a daily guarantee. It is a high-stakes game of endurance. When the moment comes, it's swift and silent. No waste, no spectacle, just survival. And then there's the male, not just a symbol of dominance, but of danger. His roar echoes across kilometers, not as a call, but as a warning. This is his territory, and he will defend it. In the Nyerere National Park, the lion does not rule with force alone, but with wisdom, passed through generations, shaped by land and struggle. They are more than hunters. They are guardians of a wild legacy. Faida Ngaga, TBC News. Now, before we wind up local news, let's have a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Do not miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Sports news up next. And in sports, over 600 million Tanzanian shillings is expected to be injected into strengthening the Dar es Salaam Regional Basketball League, BDL, for the 2025 season. Speaking to journalists, the head of CSR and Sports Development, Raquel Puig, says they are committed to ensuring that BDL continues to be a platform for nurturing young talents and providing them with employment opportunities.
The Locker Room Bonus Initiative is a player-first type of sponsorship. So the big part of our investment is going directly to the players. So as my colleague Bora has mentioned before, after every match day, the players will receive immediately after the match day, if they've won the game, they will receive the money in their mobile phone. So it's a reward that is instant. Right after the match, they will get it there. So
this season's Dar es Salaam Regional Basketball League will kick off on May 10th, with each player from the winning team set to receive 88 Tanzanian shillings as a token of appreciation. 88,000 Tanzanian shillings. That was sports news. And now, before we wind up the news bulletin for tonight, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to the next 24 hours weather forecast from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. My name is Desderi Moses. From the windy patterns analysis, light windy is expected over Lake Victoria and Lake Tanganyika. Over the entire coastal strip of the Indian Ocean, the wind is expected to flow at a speed of 40 kilometers per hour, as well as over Lake Nyasa. And the state of the sea is expected to be rough. Due to this situation, Tanzania Meteorological Authority has issued an advisory of short periods of strong winds reaching 40 kilometers per hour and large waves reaching 2 meters along the entire coastal regions of the Indian Ocean, which are Tanga, Dar es Salaam, Unguja and Pemba ISOs, Pwani region, including Mafia ISOs, together with the Lindi and Mtwara regions. This advisory is also expected to be featured over Ruvuma, Njombe and Mbeya regions along Lake Nyasa. Residents from these areas are advised to take all necessary precautions. Rainfall models are showing persistence of rainfall signals over some few areas along our country, especially over Lake Victoria Basin, where Tanzania Meteorological Authority has issued an advisory of short periods of heavy rainfall over few areas of Kagera, Geita, Mwanza, Shinyanga, Mara and Simiyu regions. Those residents from these areas are advised to take all necessary precautions. Tonight, dear viewers, it is our expectation that partly cloudy condition, thunder showers over a few areas is expected over the entire Lake Victoria Basin regions, as well as northeastern Highland regions, together with the entire coastal regions of the Indian Ocean, with the exception of Morogoro region. And the remaining part of our country is expected to be mainly dry. Tomorrow, it is our expectation that cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas, and sunny intervals is expected over Arusha, Kilimanjaro, and the Manyara region. This weather is also expected to be featured over Tanga, Unguja and Pemba ISOs, Dar es Salaam, and the Pwani region, including Mafia ISOs. Over Lake Victoria Basin regions, together with Kigoma region, I expect to feature particular condition, thunder showers over a few areas, and sun periods. Over Morogoro region, together with Lindi and Mtwara regions, I expect to feature only rain showers over a few areas and sun period. Over the central part of our country, light rain showers is expected over these areas, as well as over Songwe, Mbeya and Rukwa region, where light rain showers is expected. The remaining part of our country, over Tabora, Katavi, Iringa, Njombe and Ruvuma region, particular condition and sun periods is expected. Now let us have a look at the weather forecast for the next 4 days for some regions in our country. Dar es Salaam is expected to feature thunder showers. Dodoma is expected to feature sun periods. Mbeya as well, sun period is expected to persist in the next 4 days. Mwanza, thunder showers is expected in the next 4 days. Kilimanjaro region is expected to feature rain in the next 4 days. Morogoro region is expected to feature rain together with thunder showers. Arusha, rain is expected in the next 4 days. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, until next time, thank you.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. I am Faitha Ngaga. Good night.